John. Tell him to mind his own business. I'm minding mine.
Springfield Rifle is a 1952 Western directed by De Toth and was Gary Cooper's next starring role after the triumph that was High Noon. It's a typically rugged, well-directed Western by Toth, with some beautiful-looking backdrops for the actors to ride across. Toth always manages to capture some seriously attractive countryside in his films, with a wild, untamed feel to the scenery. Set during the American Civil War, a rather tired-looking Cooper plays Major Lex Kearney, a respected cavalryman who ends up being disgraced and thrown out of the army. This was for cowardice and abandonment of government property, i.e. a group of horses stolen by the Confederate Army. After a series of attacks, the Union are running low on fresh horses, so Cooper is sent to try and get them safe passage. But after inexplicably retreating in the face of the enemy, he is now a pariah and back on Civvy Street. All can't be what it seems, you may be thinking, and you'd be right, as in this twisty-turny plot, nothing is quite what it seems. There's action aplenty in this good-looking auteur, with some good fistfights and rough, well-staged set pieces. And again, I have to reiterate, it does look sumptuous. Cooper looks the part as a man having to juggle the pressures of family life with the responsibility of his army career. His son runs away after his father's disgrace, and his marriage too is on shaky ground. A heavy burden for any man to carry, especially when you harbour a secret to boot. Cooper was fine, resolute and steely, but a little distant in his performance, which made it a little difficult to empathise with his predicament. The problem that Springfield Rifle has is too much plot, and not a very interesting one to boot, to tell the truth. The film had the seeds of being a bit of a classic if it had a more basic Western story of redemption or simple revenge behind it. Instead, we get an overly complex tale of espionage, plot twists and double dealings, all of which leaves the viewer a bit confused, or dare I say, a little disengaged. So Springfield Rifle was a good-looking, competently staged action western, which is burdened by an uninspiring script and too dense a plot. The film is well cast, including Lon Chaney Jr., and is generally entertaining for the most part, but just gets bogged down with too many characters and too busy a plot. Cooper is solid and capable in the action scenes, of which there are plenty to keep the Western fans happy. The action is crisply shot and it has all the plush Warner Brothers luster to it, but ultimately the film fails to shine. The rifles in question, being able to fire at 5 times the usual rate, only make a belated appearance late on in the movie, and aren't a huge part of the film to be honest, so the title is a bit of a misnomer in that regard. So overall, I rate Springfield Rifle a fairly routine western enhanced by good production values, well-staged action scenes and Gary Cooper's star power. My rating, a 6.7 out of 10 stars western movie. Thanks for listening and bye for now.